EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Oakland Raiders. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. That's fielded in the end zone. Shifts by him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Demario Davis. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, here's Carr. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
It's caught. Nelson. 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there. Carr to Nelson. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Here's Carr rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that happen, guys. Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Carr to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Well, Charles, a little bit earlier you were talking about the first time that the Saints and Eagles met up earlier this season as we think about their upcoming playoff game, which you will be calling, by the way. But 48-7 was the final in Week 11. What are the keys? Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rashawn Melvin. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Well, for the Oakland Raiders, quite a season that just passed, and not in a great way. 4-12 in John Gruden's return as a head coach. You look forward to the offseason. Questions about where they're going to play next year while they transition to Vegas, but they've obviously got other questions as well.
They do, and a lot of that centers in how are they going to put together this team now, because they've dismantled it in a sense. How do they put it back together? Brand new general manager coming on board. John Gruden still has the heavy influence, but they'll start with 3 first-round picks in April's draft, including number 4 overall. A reason for optimism as they make their move to Las Vegas in 2020.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. 93. Throwing his car on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Breeze. And Watson has it right side. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frosty Rucker in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Hey, kill!
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play for the Saints on 3rd down. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, kill! Got it!
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger, there on the stop.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a third down. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Breeze. And Thomas has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's break it down, fellas. Break it down. Easy, kill, kill. Here we go.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
Hey, easy. Hey, kill. Hey, easy.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. Stops short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Breeze going to sneak it, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Now this time Brees will throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sheldon Rankins able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
694. Low.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to go down again. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And that one results in 35 yards. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Breeze. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Ready? You ready?
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. The quick slant caught, and he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5.
Here we go.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Get set.
Breeze now to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very solid gain of 27. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow up.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
You got 56 there.
Carr to throw on second down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A.J. Klein in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flush to his right, and an alley to run. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Carr. Being chased out left. Looking here for Smith. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Lee Smith, 55 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now they go screen. It's complete. There goes Mark Ingram. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, 75 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. Here we go, T. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check six guard.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Bryant with a catch right side. The 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Martavis Bryant, 75 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now Carr. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Breeze going to throw. He hits his target, left side, Watson. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Breeze now. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here. Now Breeze. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. From the gun, it's Carr. Going deep here for Bryant. He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play that time for the Raiders, and even 40 yards. On 1st down, Carr. He's going to let this one go deep, and this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 36 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders get a score closer. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Now Breeze. over the middle, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And the Raiders have got him.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Harris now to return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So out come the Raiders. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Seth Roberts, 48 yards. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the two-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for an onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that two-point conversion. And he's going to get into the end zone. The two-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back to throw, Breeze. Smith catches left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Got it!
To throw is Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Breeze to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Now Breeze. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Bree's going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. The Saints are winning.